One of the biggest questions I get as an EMDR consultant is how do you resume reprocessing an incomplete target memory? So I'm going to tell you how to do it right now. If the SUD was greater than 0 during the last session, you're going to ask the client to bring up the memory, and as they bring it up, what is the image that comes to mind now that represents the worst part of the memory? You do not want to ask them to bring up the image from the last session, because one of the things that we know in EMDR is that reprocessing continues over the course of the week in between sessions, and so the images change. So it's really important to ask them, what is the image that comes up now? After that, you ask, what are the emotions that you're noticing now? Again, we're interested in the legacy of the trauma, the traumatic residue. So we don't want to know what the emotions were then when they were experiencing the traumatic event. We want to know what the emotions are now that they're holding as they look back on the event. Finally, on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 represents no disturbance or neutrality, and 10 is the highest level of disturbance that you can imagine, how disturbing does this memory feel to you now? Then the last thing you're going to ask is, where do you feel that in your body? And then you resume desensitization with phase 4.